my favorite time of the week. It's Faith Friday, and joining us today is Lutheran pastor, New York Times bestselling author, and host of the Confessional podcast. We have Nadia Bolz-Weber with us, and thank you so much for being with us. I know as a pastor, you are used to speaking to groups of people in person. So how has the adjustment to connecting with people from home been like for you?
I think it's made me understand how spoiled I've been in my life to be able to be in the presence of people and how important it is. But I think it's also flattened everything, if you know what I mean, in the sense that I can tune in and attend a church service anywhere in the world at this point. And I think in that way it's connected people, even though ironically, we're so separate right now.
Yeah, no, I hear you. And it's such a hard time for so many people across the globe. So what do you say to people to give them hope for those who are suffering?
Well, I think in a way we're in this really particular experience right now because suffering used to have a turn-taking aspect to it. In the sense that if I was grieving, then the people in my life who were not grieving could come around and support me. And there's no turn taking at this point. It really is all of us. And I think in that way, my hope is that it's increased our compassion for each other because we're all sharing an experience. I almost wish we could all have emotional amnesty day in the sense of really allowing every person to be able to express the grief of what they've lost through this time, the things that are hard, because I hear people hedging every time they start talking about what's hard because they'll say, oh, but I know a lot of other people have it harder. And while that's true, I sort of miss that experience of being able to just allow each other our own experiences. So I think I'm calling for like an emotional amnesty day for everyone so that they have an opportunity to just be honest, you know?
I love that. I love that because there is a collective grief about all of this. How do you think what we're experiencing right now will affect the church, religion going forward?
Well, I think it will become decluttered in a sense. I think that some of the things that the church has seen sort of fall by the wayside, membership, budgets, properties, I think a lot of things have sort of weighed the church down that the church is going to be somewhat freed from to focus on what is actually the most important. I think there'll be fewer committees, there'll be less property, and I think hopefully more of a focus on what the essentials are.
Yeah, I hope so too. I love that. And also something I love, you used to be a stand-up comic. Quite the pivot there. How has that experience helped you as a pastor?
Honestly, I have no idea how anyone manages to become a preacher without having been a stand-up comic first. I mean, I understand that's the more common path, but it does prepare you for sort of standing in front of people and getting used to them not listening to you. I was very well practiced in that by the time I hit a pulpit. Yeah.
And has humor helped you, and can it help us all through these tough times?
I don't think we have a choice but to take the situation we're in seriously. And if any kind of, release valve that we have, we need to sort of take advantage of. And so if people find humor in this situation, God bless them.
Yeah. Permission to release on this Friday. I like that. Thank you. Pastor Nadia Bolz-Weber, thanks for being with us today.
My pleasure. Thanks.